think this is the goal of the artist that is inspired by visionary realms, is to become a smuggler of interdimensional hyperobjects in what I've termed the heist of the Zeitgeist. You want to go into these spaces and you encounter hyperobjects, which a hyperobject is really just an object that you can't see in its entirety. Global warming is a good example of this. You can see symptomatic breachings into time, but you can't see the entire thing because it's phased. And so similarly, you can't go into these spaces and take one of these things and bring it back in its entirety, because you can't, you might, William Blake might say you can fit eternity into a grain of sand, but I think, that's kind of the holographic trip, but you can't bring it back in its entirety, so you have to take mental snapshots and bring it back one way or another, reassemble it. It's the solve and coagula of alchemy. You have to break the thing down and deconstruct it, and then, as if you're in a jailbreak, you go out into the courtyard and you shake your pant leg out and release the grains of sand you've managed to pry loose from the floorboards, until finally you've made the tunnel. And what is the tunnel? The tunnel is an artwork that is so transcendental that when you look upon it, it casts you into the vistas of the beyond, and people bow before it or nod in recognition and say, "Yep, been there." I hope that's a satisfactory answer. It's, in a way, it's saying we must be the DMT experience we want to see in the world. Be the self-transforming machine elf you want to see in the world. Because it was never about the substance itself. The substance is really just a metaphor for the experience. And the experience is something that we're trying to smuggle into everyday world. So here we are in a psychedelic library in Midtown, in the financial district. I couldn't think of a more apt metaphor than acid in the water supply.